Welcome back, Crow fam, to your Sunday 4 in 4 with Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today we're going to look at 4 news articles from around the Chronosphere. This week, we're going to look at CDC Sol, the liquid staking token from Crypto.com. We're going to take a look at mystery boxes from Wolfswap. What are they, and how can you win them? We're going to take a look at ChainGPT coming to the Cronos chain. What does this mean? How is it going to benefit us, and how do you use it? And finally, we're going to take a look at yet another rug pull. We're going to take a look at loaded Lionesses. What does this mean for the community? How can you avoid this? And what do we learn from these rug pulls? Don't forget to follow everybody that we mention on here. Give them a follow on X. Remember, we are stronger together. In addition, do not forget, this Wednesday, we have our next Cronos night, 7 p.m. Central European time. 6 p.m. in the UK, we're going to be giving away Monkey Muscle NFTs. We're going to be giving away Reaper. We're going to be giving away Papa Crow. And we're going to hunt them all down with Wolfswap. Don't forget about that. Now, let's go and have a look at CDC Sol. It was announced this week then that Crypto.com would be getting its own liquid staking token. What is this? Well, when you have proof of stake chains, you don't want to lock up your coins for 21 or 28 days. So the likes of Sanctum having created this liquid staking token. It allows you to buy, sell and trade this token. All the while the token is appreciating in value as it is gathering staking rewards. Now this is not unique to Crypto.com. That's the first thing I want to mention. These types of tokens exist in the wilderness, and of course some centralized exchanges already have their own. The likes of Bybit launched and BNB launched not so many months ago. So Crypto.com is not unique in having this offering. But what it does do is it allows Crypto.com to give you additional rewards, and that's where liquid staking tokens really come into their own, whether it be BSOL or MSOL or CDC Sol. And using that token within the Crypto.com ecosystem could earn you additional rewards, maybe points, maybe additional Crow, but it's a way of giving 2 lots of returns on the token rather than just getting your reward from Sol. You might get different rewards as well. I know BNB, for example, they are boosting their rewards over on Binance. Maybe Crypto.com are going to do the same. And the provider Sanctum, they have been around for a very long time. I was part of the LFG voting on this last year. They have over 1,400 liquid staking tokens, liquid staking Solana tokens. So they are not new to this game, and they've been stress tested time and time again. Some of these liquid staking tokens, remember, can depeg. MSOL depegged last year, and potentially in the future, CDC Sol may depeg in the future, but they are always backed by real Solana. So don't think this is without any risk. There is always a risk in holding a liquid staking token. Now we're not even halfway through April, and Wolfswap have paid out over 350 mystery boxes. But what are mystery boxes and how can you win them? Well, the very nice graphic produced here by the Wolfswap intern tells you every swap that you do on Wolfswap over and above $10 earns you the chance to win a mystery box, and you can win up to $1,000. Now on the Wolfswap website, you can see a list of all of the mystery boxes that are available and what they contain. Some contain tokens like Moon and Push and Crogenals. Others actually contain NFTs. There have been a few loaded lions and dark lions in the past in here. So you can win an NFT, you can win tokens, and all you need to do is head over to your account on Wolfswap to claim them if you win. You cannot say simpler than that. And don't forget, if you do trade one of the tokens on your screen now, such as Nod, you will be entered into a trading competition. Finish high enough up the leaderboard and you win additional prizes. It's a win-win-win. And something to stir your loins on this Sunday morning, and that is ChainGPT coming to Cronos. Well, what are they? I know them for AI-generated images, and they have tweaked it somewhat in the time that they have been around. And using ChainGPT, with a few clicks and a few CGPT tokens, you can create your own NFT project. It's very, very simple, very, very quick. I have used it many times in the past. And I think this is more bullish news. We've seen lots and lots of new projects coming to Cronos, over the last few weeks. Now I'm going to leave a link to their website underneath this video. Basically, you enter a descriptor, you choose the amount of NFTs that you want to generate, you use the type of generation, you add some filters, you do a few other bits, and you can generate your own NFT project. It is really that simple. Now, please bear in mind that each NFT that you generate is going to cost you one CGPT token. So if you're going to try and generate 10,000 NFTs, that is going to be quite costly. But generating one or two for your own personal use really isn't going to cost you a lot of money. And this type of functionality, this type of utility on Cronos, it will probably go unnoticed by the many, but for the few that want to generate these NFTs on Cronos, this is a godsend. And finally, loaded lionesses have disappeared. They have pumped, they have dumped, and they have roared for their last time. Now, a lot of projects DM me asking us to cover them on this channel. One of the things that we do, however, is we wait one whole week before we do any kind of announcement of any new project. For example, cards on Cronos looks very good, but we won't include it for another week until they've stuck around. Why? Because the majority of pump and dumps that happen on any chain happen within the first 3 or 4 days. In this example, everybody was talking up loaded lionesses. It's going to be big, it's going to be huge, it's a great project. And they had their own staking platform with a few backdoors. And of course, the founder, the dev, whoever it was, has done a runner and it is no longer with us. This is not the first time this has happened, and this will continue to happen. Now, there are some rules that you can follow. Don't buy the project if it's less than 4 or 5 days old. Don't buy the project if the contract isn't verified and it has been verified by a third party, by a human being. They're just two of the things that we do personally here. We have come from Solana. This happens all the time over there. The one thing I will say is that this is never going to stop. You are always going to get pump and dumps on whichever chain you are on, whether it be Cronos or whether it be Solana. That's why you need some simple, hard and fast rules. FOMO is real, but fear of missing out, that 5x or that 6x, could potentially lead to you losing 100% of your capital. So my advice is simple. Number one, don't buy anything that rolls straight off the production line. Number two, if the contract hasn't been verified and it hasn't been audited by a third party, then don't go near it. Number three, make sure you do not invest more than you are willing to lose. If you have $100 odd, only put $5 or $6 into projects like this. Of course, there are valid projects out there. Of course, there are people trying to grind, and of course, there are people trying to build. You cannot paint everybody with the loaded lioness brush, but you also have to carry out correct risk management. There is no point in going all in on one individual project. There is always going to be another project. There is always going to be another opportunity for you to make gains or join a community that really makes you feel welcome. Because at the end of the day, on Cronos at this moment in time, that is more important than some silly 5 or 10x gains on $10. There we have it, Crow fam, another 4 in 4. I hope you enjoy these videos. Don't forget to give us a follow, as giving everybody else a follow. One thing to mention, there is no cost to be on this 4 in 4. If you want to have your project highlighted, all you've got to do is drop me a DM on X and we will try and include you in one of these 4 in 4s. Maybe, as I've said before, maybe this becomes a 5 in 5. Until next week, Crow fam, stay safe. Adios.